The reason why I started doing Hulkabeanum art is such an important part of your culture and history. It bridges like rivers, you know, like you get along better with people doing art, and people know who you are and where you came from, which is our traditional way. Artists like from the Snuneymuxw people and other Hulkabeanum people, we did a lot of artwork, but it wasn't really our artwork, our own indigenous artwork. It was artwork that was like Haida Gwaii or Kwakiutl or Tsimshian, or it was just amalgamation of all these art forms. There was nobody really doing this art form in Nanaimo when I first started. I always wanted to revive our art form so that like our children and our grandchildren would have their own art form back that was pretty much extinct.
I have the most amazing dad. I'm so fortunate and so proud of him. He recognized that the art form was at the brink of extinction, and at that point he decided to devote his artistic life to revitalizing the traditional art form of this region. And I think that had he not done that, there would be a gaping hole in Nanaimo's cultural fabric. He did all his own research, he went to elders, he went to museums, he went to all the traditional channels, and then he practiced it because he knew how to carve, and he implemented it into his artwork, and he practices it to this day.
This is a diad. It's called stummels in our language, and I made this. I shaped it all out myself, and I made it out of an old car spring, and I carved it out of maple wood, and it has a wolf design on it. And this one here, I made it out of an old axe head, and I shaped it all out by hand. And I have a raven on the one side here, and on the other side I have our supernatural eagle, and they're quite semi-abstract designs, which is the way we would have done things way back. My family has always been around art. My youngest son, Joel, has taken over the carving, and my two youngest daughters have taken up doing the clothing designs.
This is an assortment of vintage Ayitmit clothing, this is a piece from the collection that my parents made in the 1990s. These are current pieces of my dad's artwork in our Ayitlelam clothing line. It never fails that he comes up with a carving, and we look at it and it's beautiful, and then there's a whole story to it, and there's a language written into it.
This is a steam bent box, and the only joint that we have in this rectangular area here is a joint right here, and this has the remnants of the lumber that is steam bent and curled all the way around, so we only have one joint. I had been brought up as a storyteller. Storytelling had a very crucial, important part in the community. And now in a lot of our communities, we don't have that anymore. And the story tells of when the raven used to be white, and he stole the sun, and when he stole the sun, he got burnt, and so the raven is now more like a blackish blue color. I would like to see these teachings come back and have our storytellers in each community. I believe I'm the first Snuneymuxw person to receive an award of this nature. So on that hand, it's very exciting, and I'm looking forward to that. And it's kind of a recognition of our Snuneymuxw people. So it's going to be like a reconciliation of the Snuneymuxw First Nations people.